Alright, so boys, I don't usually do this, but today I decided to have like something going on in the background. I am actually playing right now, but I'm actually going to talk about what I thought was good and bad from the first inning program from MLB The Show 25. There were definitely some good things, there were definitely some bad things that I think they should fix, but let's go over it as a whole and then I'll give a grade at the end. And if you enjoy like videos like this that are kind of more chill, I'm not playing like ranked seasons or anything. I'm just playing events, trying to get the multiplayer program. If you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, as always, hope you guys enjoy the video. Well, that was a bad swing to start. But yeah, no, there were definitely some good things about the first inning program. And I think the first thing that really they did a good job about was the amount of content that we got through the first inning program. If you kind of look about previous years, it always seems like they really do a good job at the start, maybe like the first couple of weeks, and then they kind of like fall off. They kind of figure out, oh, we're not going to do this, we're going to focus on packs and other stuff like that. But this year they've done a really good job, especially with Diamond Quest specifically. Nice, thanks. But what they've done with Diamond Quest is put like new maps. I thought that was going to hit them, but they put new maps in, it feels like every week, with very, very interesting rewards. Like literally 2 days ago, they put in Shane McClanahan and Anthony Rizzo, which we got Rizzo. We just did it real quick. But yeah, Diamond Quest I think has been like an actual success. And I think it's awesome that they're doing that because, you know, sometimes online grinding gets kind of repetitive and it gets annoying and you get frustrated. So if you can offline grind and have a good time, especially with the way Diamond Quest is, which I think they've done a very, very good job. I think that is one of the best modes they've introduced ever, honestly. But even from the first inning program, it wasn't just the Diamond Quest. It was the spotlight programs that you could do with Dick Allen, Bobby Abreu, and Ubaldo Jimenez. And it was the conquest, the amount of conquest we got. Even splitting up the USA thing into 3 parts allowed you 3 conquests with still a ton of packs and more players. Oh, that's a really good pitch right there. How about that inning? Let's go. But obviously, Team Infinity, I like the way they did it this year. They're doing it as like a recurring program that's going to, you know, take off later in the year as well. And I think that's like awesome. Good swing, Ozzy, by the way. But the amount of content that we've gotten that I think is new, fresh, new legends that they put already in the game, I think that's just a good way to go about it. That ball get enough? Ozzy's running, so it must have. Off the wall, Tommy Edman. Let's go, baby. I'm so hosed at third, right? Oh, that was very close. Holy cow. But yeah, like overall, I think the content has been just awesome for the first inning program. There's so much stuff to do, and I really do enjoy having stuff to do. Because when you get frustrated with online, you can go offline. And if there's stuff to do, you can, you know, you still have life in the game. Oh, good swing, Ellie. Good swing. Oh, that gonna get through? Oh, what a play. Wow. He didn't think he got it. That's insane. That's insane. Another thing that I think they've done a really good job with, and we knew it was coming, obviously, is... Oh, man, that was a good swing. Yeah, so we knew it was coming, and that was the power creep. We didn't know, you know, the last couple of years, we got a lot of high 90s early in the game. This year, obviously, we haven't, and we knew that was coming. But I definitely like the power creep. I think that's one of my favorite things is that you can, over the time of the game coming out, you can build a squad that you fall in love with. You don't get these 90s. Getting rid of the sets and seasons, I think, is just such a win. It's so smart. They listened to the community, and they did a really good job with that. The power creep has been good. You have 3 99s in the game, and that's from getting the Live Series collections. And your highest card that I think you can get, like, that's not Live Series related, is that Brian Reynolds card that's a 90. Oh, good pitch. Good pitch. What an inning from Danny Coulomb. But I think we knew the power creep was going to be a success. And none of the teams, you know, nobody's team feels overpowered. And, you know, honestly, you see so many unique squads right now because there's so many different swings and everything that goes into picking your squad that I think it's a really good job. And that's what makes MLB The Show so great. And that goes back to content and no money spent related stuff, and they do such a good job with that, and I really think it's a W so far. Oh, that was not a great swing. Not a great swing. Okay. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Good pitch right there. Good pitch. Another good thing that they did doesn't even have anything to do with Diamond Dynasty. Well, that's definitely in the game. But it is what they did with Road to the Show. Please be Brian. Wait, why do I have 2 chase packs? I have 2 chase packs. I'm going to throw up. If I get a gold out of both of these packs, man. Oh. It's a purple. Kill me. Who is this? Oh, it's Jordan, though. I do like me a good Jordan card. How good are his stats? Guys, we're adding Jordan to the squad. I'd say that's a win. Oh, an Al Leiter? I've never seen him. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, Road to the Show has been a good change. Not only do they add colleges, which is freaking awesome, and you start in high school, which is freaking awesome. The metal bat sounds everything. But they also allow you to upgrade your player the way you want to upgrade them. In recent years, like, it was almost like stats and how you did in certain levels, or certain... He's just going to quit? Why? So anyways, as I was saying, yeah, so you can upgrade your player kind of the way you want to. I kind of like that compared to, in recent years, it was how you performed at different things is how you got upgrades at different attributes. But yeah, no, I think it's a great change. I think it's very fun. I definitely want to get a series out for y'all in that to kind of showcase it because it would be a lot of fun. Damn, I'm late on everything. I'm late on everything that inning. Just swing at everything. It's very hard. I didn't realize how hard it was to multitask, like talk and play. This is actually harder than it looks. But yeah, no, the different programs we got was fun with the April Spotlight and then, the player spotlight we got for the player cards. All that's fun. All that's good stuff to add to the game, to keep it new, to keep it fresh, to keep people coming back. And if you can do that, by the time you get to August, when you're finally putting 99s in the game and you're trying to compete with other sports games, I think it's going to make your game more likely to retain players, and I think that's good. The Weekend Classic is another thing. I think that's very creative to do. We actually have that this weekend. Maybe we'll get a video out on that, but that means I have to sweat, and I don't like sweating all the time. But, dang, I thought that was gone. We definitely deserve that. And then the other good thing that I thought they did, and it's only been 1 week. This is the first week that I actually played it, so... But making fun challenge of the weeks, this one, you can ask anybody, made me the most mad. And the people who are at the top of the leaderboard, y'all are absolute freaks. Either that or you're cheating. And having Paul Skeens throw 100 or 200 miles an hour is an absurd challenge. And I think that's hilarious. And if you can do more things like that, I think that's going to make it more fun with... good rewards. But yeah, that's kind of my good stuff. I think overall it's been a good season. And there's definitely some things that I wish, or I hope they change and hope they listen to the community. Because they did do a good job from 24 to 25 listening to the community. So if they can do that between inning programs, that's going to show you that they actually care. Get a little love in your heart. Oh, look at that. Get a double play to get out of the inning. Maybe I'll hit. Multitasking and hitting is hard. So on to the bad stuff, and I'll get into like the nitty gritty of the gameplay here in a minute, but there are a couple things that I think they can fix that will be really easy. And the first thing I think they should fix is the multiplayer program. Usually in years past, if this is your first year, they would do programs for BR separately from ranked, separately from events. And it all gave you different cards. And I think it was a very fun way to get you playing other modes from BR to ranked to events. This year, they did not do that. They did one multiplayer program and basically incentivized playing one program. So you can basically pick. But I think they kind of killed two of the programs, that being BR and I think that being events. BR still has its flawless reward that you could do, which, you know, sweats are going to do that, and people who want to go flawless are going to do that. That ball smoked. That ball smoked. Hey, we're finally hitting. We're finally hitting. See, I talk about the bad stuff and I end up hitting good. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. But yeah, for sure, I think that they need to revert back to the original program. Do a BR program, do an events program, do your ranked seasons program. I think that's going to get more casual players involved in all three modes. Because more casual, why wouldn't you stick to events? You're going to get the same rewards that you would from ranked seasons. Same thing with BR. Why would you play BR when you know you're going to run into people who are trying very, very hard? And what you gain by doing the three programs is you have casual players in each. And that makes it fun for everybody, not to just incentivize one mode, basically. And again, that's a little fix. I know that it's probably frustrating or annoying to like find which cards you're going to put in the BR program, who you're going to do flawless, all of that. But I think it's a smart way to go about things because you're going to get different players in every different mode. And I think that's very smart, and I think they should do that. Dang it. I wanted to get more runs there. Damn it. But yeah, I think that's a simple fix. I don't think there's anything drastic like that. Like, the content has been good. I think the multiplayer program is a miss, though. I liked what they were doing with it because it was like, oh, you can play anything, but you're not making... You're basically saying there's no reason to play two of the modes. You can just stick to one mode and be okay. And, you know, it is what it is. And if that's how you want to play it, then that's all good. But I think it's going to be more... It's going to give you a quality of life boost and give a lasting impact to casual players playing online because they might stick to offline if you just have the multiplayer program. So now we can kind of jump into one of the more like in-depth things that would need a little bit more to change. And I think that is everybody's been complaining about it. And that's kind of the exit velo drop-off and the hitting drop-off that we had from a year ago. Ooh, Hagen Smith. I haven't seen him yet. He's got Bautista as well. Okay, this is an interesting team. So, like I was saying, the hitting and exit velos have definitely been a problem. I'm not going to sit here and act like the perfect outs are not frustrating and hitting balls not as hard as they should be hit is not frustrating either. Well, see, that's a perfect example. Like, that should be a hit. That swing right there. But it's not. And that's unfortunate. You see that, especially high-level players who are playing on Legend and GOAT. That's not even me, of course. But Legend and GOAT players, they get very upset when they make a good swing and they don't get rewarded for it. And rightfully so, especially their perfect swings. Like, they should be rewarded. Is that going to be one right there? No, it's not. Okay, good swing, Terry. Good swing. I thought I got a perfect out right there. That would have been very funny. Now, initially, I thought the low exit velos were from the power creep and how basically you're not going to have as good power, as good contact, so that might, lead to less home runs and more outs. Good swing, Carlos. Is that an out? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Like, I don't think that ball should have just dropped. It's like right to the center fielder. That's frustrating. Stuff like that is gonna frustrate you and turn you away from getting online. But yeah, no, the exit velos are definitely a problem. I think that's something that needs to be addressed. And I don't know, I haven't, read anything or seen anything on Twitter suggesting that they're going to change anything. But also, you know, a lot of high-level players are complaining about it. And if somebody has the right to complain about it, that's somebody who's playing on, you know, the higher difficulties. Again, I thought it was the power creep, the lower level cards or the lower overall cards, and that was why we were getting, you know, a discrepancy from last year to this year in exit velos. But that's simply not the case, which that shouldn't have been a hit. But hey, whatever. But it also seems like there is a difference in rewarding bad swings and rewarding good swings. I think a lot of bad swings are rewarded. Y'all seen in my video specifically where you know, my opponent will have so many X amount of hits that are, you know, 60 to 79 miles per hour, and my outs are over 100 miles an hour. And I don't think that could happen in any difficulty, whether it be all-star or veteran. You have to reward the good hits, the perfect swings. And, you know, in the second inning program, we might see, dang, that sucks, man. Just missed some of those. But like I was saying, I think if we can do, you know, if we can have a good job of, you know, rewarding the good swings, not rewarding the bad swings, people are going to stick around longer, and people are going to keep playing the game. And I don't know if that's a simple fix. I don't know how much of that goes into the core game part of it. But, you know, if that's something we can fix, I think that's going to be good for the quality of life. Another thing I want to speak on has to do with the pinpoint pitching. You always think you have an advantage pinpoint pitching because he's not going to throw it. My thing went away. Did y'all see that? That was weird. But no, the pinpoint pitching, if you are using it and you get a perfect release, perfect timing and everything, they make it so hard to even throw strikes with somebody with bad accuracy. I get that you know, every pitch shouldn't be exactly where you want to throw it. Oh, good swing, Luis. I'm telling you, get up, ball. That should be a home run, right? That should be a home run. That was actually a really good swing, too. Right? I felt like that was a good swing. Go down and get it. That's a good swing, too. Oh, my God. See, the exit velo right there. That is good in the middle of the PCI. It's a good swing. I get that I have 55 power. It should not be an 85 exit velo. There's no way. That should not be a thing a minute ago. But, oh, that's bad. That's bad. I knew I should have stole. I was literally about to steal. That's on me. I'm not going to score a run now. That's so bad. But yeah, like I was saying, the pitching, look, I get that they, you know, want to make it, you know, difficult to throw the ball exactly where you want it. And that's fine. I get it. But you need to be more rewarding of perfect timing, perfect release. I understand the accuracy has something to do with it. The little, you know, accuracy ring or whatever. Is that going to be okay. But there's no way, like, there's no way if it's perfect, it should, because more often than not, if you throw it on the corner of the zone, and even if you have a perfect release, it's going to be out of the zone. Like, I've had that happen so many times where I feel like it's a really good timing and everything, and it kind of screws me over. And there's another one right there with exit velo and everything. The fact that he swung at that is hilarious. What the heck was that? What was that? But no, I think they should tweak the accuracy just a little bit. You know, reward people who are good at pitching a little bit more. And I'm sure that'll change when the overalls get up. That's a great swing by Carlos, by the way. I know rewarding pitchers is hard in games because you want to reward good swings. But, you know, make people, when they make a good pitch, make it end up where they want it to end up. Not out of the zone. Not when it's in the middle of the zone. Like, don't do that. That's annoying, and people get frustrated with that, especially when they're giving up, you know, extra base hits and home runs. And again, at the higher level, good players are going to punish those mistakes, and that gets really... Why did I swing at that 3-0? 3-0 green light, not pop up to right field. I deserve to be shot. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, but I won't harp on, is that apparently co-op is not very good. I don't know. I haven't played a lot of co-op. That's something that I kind of want to play next inning. and that's something that I can give more of an opinion on. But from what I've seen and what I've read, what I've heard, it's not in the best spot right now. I don't know what the see, like, that shouldn't be a base hit, and that rewarded me for a bad swing. So like, this dude is probably definitely frustrated, as he should be. That was a bad swing, definitely. But hey, okay, let's see if we can get out of this game. Let's see if we can get him with a win. There we go. He can go to third if he wants to. I'm gonna throw him out. Oh, that was close, actually. There we go. Okay. They can get the run. That run means nothing. And let's get one more out, please. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, boys. 5-0, I think, in this video. 5-0. We didn't play good at all, by the way. Like, none. Look, boys, I know that was a lot of talking in the video. I definitely understand. You know, sometimes you just gotta rant. You gotta give your opinions on the game that you spend a lot of time on. But, you know, I think it's in a good spot for the most part. I think there's a couple changes that need to be made. Hopefully they'll do that with the new program coming out when you are seeing this later today, I believe. So if you stayed till the end, thank you for listening to me speak about a whole lot of nothing that will not make your life any better or worse. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn notifications on, and then let me know what you're excited for the second inning, what you want to see in the second inning. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.